Shalom, welcome to Raising the Standard of Worship Show. My name is Ben Ambani, and this is the show that we equip worship leaders and all the saints to be more like Christ. In our today's edition, we talk about music directing. And we have an amazing music director who is here with us. I call him Legrand. He's going to tell us like his real names and how he started his journey. We take a break and we'll be right back. Yeah, Legrand on the show today. Karibu sana ndugu yangu.
Asante sana.
Hey, it's an honor to see you.
It's an honor to be hosted by you. Without tea today, it's okay. It's fine.
No, hey, by the way, now luya na chai.
Yeah, but now the testing of our faith produces patience. So we shall be patient.
No problem. Maziwa imepanda bei. Kila kitu imepanda bei.
Lakini ng'ombe hajapanda bei. Ng'ombe nini?
Kila kitu imepanda bei bana. Yeah, so Legrand bana. Legrand. Me only know Legrand. Like, is that your official name?
No, it's not my official name.
Yeah.
So that is a name that came out of a lot of experiences that was spoken to me by men of God. They keep saying, you shall be great. Your name shall be great. At the same time, I just learned about the impact of names biblically. And before God used any good man of God in the Bible, sort of had to change their name.
Hallelujah.
So nikafikiria, I need to change my name so that I don't carry some things from my past.
Sure.
Like the way we've been talking about curses and vitu za kutoka mbali. Yeah. So I couldn't come up with a name. I just decided to proclaim every word that has been spoken over my life. So Legrand means the great.
The great.
Yes.
Legrand ni French, ni German, ni.
There's both a French version and an Italian one.
An Italian
I chose the Italian one.
The Italian one, eh?
If you use my name in the French context, it's female.
Okay.
Today you learn something new, yeah. So Legrand with E at the end is Italian.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So like, what are your M-Pesa names?
My M-Pesa name, ukinitumia 5K based on my phone, which is the base minimum of what I can receive.
Hey, hallelujah. Wacha kiburi.
So you will see Eugene Akatsa Ikoyada.
Eugene Akatsa.
Akatsa. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So who grew up wapi bana?
That's another long conversation.
Yeah.
I think my parents were pastoralists. So we have small seeds of growing up everywhere in this country. Predominantly Western Kenya. Yeah, an area called Kaimosi. Yes.
Okay, Kaimosi.
Yes. So I went to Kaimosi Friends Primary School.
Wow.
That's where I did my 844, my class 8.
Hapo ndio ulimalizia class 8.
Yes.
Then mkashift tena ama you
at that point it doesn't matter whether you shift or not because high school unaenda boarding.
Yeah. Ulikuwa pia high school?
Maseno School.
Hey,
Maseno
my
school.
friend.
Yeah.
My friend.
You have to say the. Hapo mbele. Yeah.
The Maseno School. Unajua si tulisoma Ingotse High School.
Ingotse. Najua Ingotse vile.
Shule ndo ila D. Wow, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Wow, and like when did you get saved?
I got saved in my memory. As far as back as I can remember was in 1992.
1992.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say this because I know I grew up when my mother used to take me to church while she was cleaning the church. She used to sweep the church, prepare the church for people in the morning.
Wow.
Nilikuwa nabeba kwa mgongo, or sometimes when we could walk, anabeba nguo zetu, we go help her. Tumaliza kutayarisha, na change nguo naingia ibada. So consciously, I was in a school van when I was leaving school, nikajiuliza hii kitu yenye madhe huwa anatupeleka church kila siku.
That's high school now?
No, that is, I was in class 2 in 1992.
Okay.
Yeah, nikajiuliza, this thing that is called being born again, what is it? I know I have confessed it so many times, but personally, Jesus, I want to know you. I give my life to you. Forgive me my sins. I want to come to heaven. I think our kind of salvation was the fearful salvation. We are getting saved because we want to go to heaven, not because we want to encounter Christ. Tulikuwa tunaogopa tu hell, and we knew hell was fire.
Ama mlioneshwa ile movie ya Yesu. Unajua kulikuwa ile movie. Hii movie ilikuwa inatisha watu, ilikuwa ni
Hell's Gate. Yeah, I know that movie, but not that one.
Yeah.
But it was out of that whole experience of hearing about hell and heaven that made me make a personal decision.
Wow.
Yeah, and then after that, of course, confessed so many other times. Was still of the fear of niliokoka vizuri tena kweli. Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So like you are you hear there's a crusade there, you go.
Yes.
You get born again.
Yeah. Ukiweka TV kidogo aseme, kama hujaokoka inua mkono juu sema Yesu Bwana.
So anyway, wasa wengi okoka hivyo, like there are people wameokoka like 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all in all ni poa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so na music journey, like when did you discover that now you're a musician?
So Kaimosi was my initiator into music.
Primary?
No, the area.
Okay.
Our immediate door neighbor
was
one Reverend Douglas Jiveti.
Hey!
So kuta yetu ndio hii, nyumba yake next door. Yeah. So we used to play children's games, brikicho, hide and seek, kati, what and what. But at that point, so tukisema, let's play brikicho, me, I'd find myself going to hide where Douglas were preparing for Joy Bringers. Yeah. So, wana prako. Mi nilisahau nilikuwa nacheza game nje. Watu wamenitafuta.
Uende kwa mziki.
Mpaka wamesema, so sasa unaweza tokea tu, hatutatap.
Wow.
Ni wapi, niko huko kwa mziki.
Yeah.
And I just found myself cramming finger movements. That was my basic. So naangalia tu jamaa anacheza. So I cram the movements, they take a break, I go try place my fingers away.
So you had an access to the keyboard?
Yeah.
Where? Like
right there, the practice venue.
Yeah,
right there.
Reverend Douglas.
Yes.
Okay.
But even then, now that you ask that question, Kaimosi was a mission camp. Missionaries are the ones who opened up Kaimosi. Because Kaimosi basically is a forest area.
Sure.
So the missionaries came. So there's a Friends church there. There's so many Friends schools there. Each school and each institution had a wooden piano. So I remember one of my friends, very good friends, Anito Asedo, he's now a producer, very well known. We used to hepa tunaingia church kucheza piano.
Wow.
And like every other church, young kids who wakubali kugusa
piano. Nani atakubali
kugusa hiyo kitu? Tulikuwa tunaingia church ikiwa wazi, tunawacha dirisha moja ikiwa wazi intentionally so that we jump across the window to go and play the piano.
Yeah.
Watchman akikuja ati anaenda kufungua mlango, kabla afungue mlango we are out. Yeah, those are the very formative steps of when I started playing.
That's interesting because you had an access to like this acoustic piano at that time.
Yes.
Unajua si tumeona hizi ma keyboard lini? Tumezionea zingine tumeonea Nairobi.
Yeah, but I think already back then we had the passion.
Yeah.
Because for you to live a game that was interesting and go and pursue your own things at that age was something to count on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you came to Nairobi at some point?
Yes, I came to Nairobi at some point.
And then now, which was your first church like?
Well, I should say, I did my nursery school in Nairobi.
You did your nursery school?
Yes,
in Nairobi.
Before starting this pastoral.
Hallelujah. Vijana wa Nairobi.
Tukaenda Kisumu at some point.
Yeah.
But then, after high school, then I came to Nairobi officially for schooling again.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I came to Nairobi after high school, school became my main church, so to speak. I went to Nazarene University, where I did computer science.
Oh, so you did computer science?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then we used to have about 4 services in a week.
In school?
Yes.
Okay.
Tuesday and Thursday were compulsory services for the school.
Hey.
Yeah, everybody. In fact, it was counted as a credit.
Okay. Hata hiyo service?
Yes, you have to come and repeat a whole semester ya kuattend service peke yake. Yeah.
Na sisi tunasoma theology.
Then there was the usual CU meeting on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then the services on Sunday, which was morning and evening.
You're also playing in campus?
So campus is where I actually got pushed to actively start ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to play for leisure na kujibamba, but in campus is where it actually happened.
So that's when like you plugged into ministry.
Yes.
Ukaanza kucheza kwa CU.
In fact, it was sort of forceful. And I think looking back in retrospect, it was a God move. Because I used to play, also Nazarene is still a mission school.
Sure.
So it has a lot of wooden pianos in the compound.
Yeah. Yani God amekuposition to ku access hizo vitu.
And sometimes you can never know that God is doing something in your life until when you sit back and look back through your footsteps, then you realize this footprint was truly God in it. Yeah. So I used to play piano after preps. So 9 p.m. hapo najibamba, play my melodies, nini. One day, the praise and worship team said, our main pianist, who's Edu, who ended up becoming my mentor then, has had a bereavement. He has to go for the burial in Kisii. So that school missing a keyboardist for a whole week.
Nikona services kadhaa. 4 services, I know. Yeah.
So it was a tall order. So they asked, who will play for us? And one lady in the team said, there's this guy who usually plays the piano every evening. And he can play for us. So the whole team approached me, wakasema, you'll be the one to play for us on Thursday. Sema kutetemeka, sema jasho jimbamba, sema kunash meno, sema kupatiana conditions. They told me, we will make it very easy for you.
Yeah.
Write for us your song list. The songs that you can play, on the key you can play on, we will sing on everything you tell us to do.
Wow.
Yeah, because we have a bigger need than yours.
So they gave you like a simple song list?
No, me, I'm the one who wrote the song list.
Hey,
Nimeabudu nani wamilele such kind of songs. Yes.
Yeah.
So I wrote the song list the first week. I remember playing that service, then my classmates were like, we know this guy is crazy, but we've never thought, is this crazy to go and try and play the piano in a chapel service? So service kabla ianze, naona marafiki wangu wanacheka. Jamani kama ameharibika kichwa.
Yeah.
Then it happened. But I was shaking. Yani every body part of mine sweated that day. Jasho kila mahali.
Yeah, the first ile inakuaga na kauoga flani.
Yeah, but that's history.
But at least you were able to play the songs.
Yeah,
nicely.
I had some very groundbreaking experiences, and some of them which were life-changing. For instance, I don't know if you've ever been kicked off stage for not being able to play a song.
Hey.
So a few sems going down the line. Chaplain is like, let's play Jesus Will Enthrone You. Nisikia hiyo wimbo. Hata najaribu kufuata melody, nothing. Nisikia tu chaplain amepanda stage akasema, in that mood of prayer, let's continue meditating on this word. If you can turn your Bibles to the book of Somebody Get Eugene Out of There. So he was buying time so that somebody else can come and play. And mimi nikashuka nikakaa hapo mbele to see somebody else do it better than me.
Wow. How was the feeling, man?
It was devastating. But it's out of that pinch that I got my motivation. Kasema, if somebody will ever make me sit down again, it will not be on the song Jesus Will Enthrone You.
Okay.
Yani that song, I will play it mpaka uniambie, no, it's too much. That's where I got my motivation.
Wow.
So I had like 2 or 3 of such experiences in campus.
Yeah. So from campus.
Yes.
Now, where did you go now to?
From campus, some of my schoolmates then had identified a church here just down the road called House of Grace.
Okay.
Just starting out, and they had this monthly experiences, worship experiences, which
Yeah.
were fire. Back then, they used to invite Isaiah Katumwa.
Hey, ule mse wa
Yeah. Yes. So they do a worship song and go around the church. Yeah, I'm a lead your dance team. Na kona wireless mic kwa sax.
yeah.
It was fire. So I knew even before clearing campus, that's the church I'm going to.
Wow.
Yeah, so I went there and met Reverend Dazwet, Achero. I told him, I have the intentions of joining this team. Akaniuliza, where have you been? Mambia, I was in school. I knew I couldn't commit while I was in school, which was true.
Yeah.
4 services in a week were already at all,
Yeah.
exceeding and above your normal studies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was auditioned. It's important to note. I was auditioned and I passed.
How was the audition like?
It was thorough. It was serious.
Hey.
It was serious. It was no joke.
Haikuwa zile zetu za ministry za
Hapana.
wewe unaweza imba, wewe unaweza cheza, kuja.
Gusa kitu. Kwa sawa wewe utagrow. Hapana, no. It was thorough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even other musicians in the church then were called to approve of whether I am worthy or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by that time ulikuwa umeiva kiasi.
I wouldn't say that. You can't be the judge of your own progress.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
another important
yeah.
thing that I've learned in this ministry. You can't judge for yourself that, sasa niko sawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So now House of Grace, then
Yes.
You've been in a number of churches.
No, it's just House of Grace and Papa Center now.
Just 2
currently.
churches.
Yes.
Hey, sibi naona mziki like you play this Sunday in this church. Wakileta ujinga. 2 churches only. Hey,
No,
Buddha,
yeah,
hey.
that's not my schooling.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
what I believe in.
Yeah.
I truly believe in, first of all, I'm just a member of any church like any other congregant.
Yeah.
I borrow and glean onto the grace in a particular house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for me, for instance, the reason I moved from House of Grace into Papa Center is because I realized a lot of my personal vision was aligned with the vision of where Papa Center was heading.
Okay.
It was not because our nilipi ya kutosha.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was not because tulikosana na leaders.
Mhm.
No.
Mhm.
So I actually literally met the worship pastor and nikamwambia, I'd love to be excused. I feel like my time here
Yeah.
has expired. And it was a very understanding and mutual agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to even ascertain what I'm talking about, I played in their recent worship experience
Wow. Wow.
called FNL.
Wow.
Yeah.
You played with the money at House of Grace,
Yes, I did.
and then you all moved at the same time.
Incidentally, he moved a year before I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, that's really, really, really nice, actually. So, Eugene, Piano City.
Yes.
How did that vision start?
So Piano City started as a joke.
Yeah.
And most of us usually have our challenges. Like we all know, for musicians specifically, when you talk about your personal growth as a musician, it's a challenge.
Sure.
Ukiwa mtoto ukigusa keyboard ni kofi kwa kichwa. We literally had to jump across windows to get access to piano.
Access to piano, sure.
So we some of my friends and I just sat down and thought to ourselves, how can we bridge the gap between the younger generation which is coming up and us, so that they don't face the challenges
you guys faced.
For instance, for us to get somebody who can even mentor you as a keyboardist. In my time, keyboardists were the most arrogant people.
Sure. There are few.
Mahewa too. You can't even say hi to someone.
Yeah.
So we thought, let's start up an initiative to bridge that gap so that we can leave succession and transition for the other teams. Also to provide mentorship, because I realized my upbringing had a lot of good mentors around me.
Yeah.
And I had a good understanding of what ministry is, from Rev Dazwet to Papa Jiveti.
Yeah.
And when I look at other people out here, there's nobody who sits and tells them this is the right thing to do, this is the right place to go, this is how you negotiate, this is how to behave in church. They don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So our first meeting, we decided, let's meet at ICC as a couple of friends. Yeah. Just to share a few experiences and knowledge. First meeting, hall was full. What do you do?
Ngoja, like the first meeting, you've invited like different type of you've invited
Friends,
just friends.
Yeah, like a few friends. Yeah, like we are here 1 2 3
when you wanacheza keys or like
yes.
Okay,
so maniaje tukutane SCC
Uh-huh.
hapo kwa youth tent to
Yes.
discuss this thing.
yeah
So one of the people who actually helped founding Piano City is Pastor Wambua of ICC.
Hey, Pastor Wambua.
So that's how we got the venue.
Yeah.
He said,
Okay.
Kujeni tutumie youth church.
Yeah.
Tuongee hapa.
Yeah.
1 2. First meeting it was full. Yeah. So we had to sit down and rethink. Say, this thing is bigger than our own desires and small ambitions.
So at that time, I'm interested in knowing, like, were you like the real pioneer? Did you have like key guys? Because I mean, what's wamekuja kwa event?
Yeah.
Who is going to talk to them?
Yes.
What are you going to tell them?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first meeting, I was supposed to be the person to speak about my experiences.
Yeah.
So we just did the good setup on stage.
Yeah.
And addressed the whole audience.
Yeah.
So that was the approach. And from the word go, the vision for Piano City has always been to empower musicians to achieve their greatest potential.
Wow.
Yeah, that has always been the vision.
So for how many years now?
We started in 2015.
2015.
And we used to do monthly programs. Mm-hmm. So by now we've done about 28 sessions.
Hey.
Yeah.
Like how many people are you mentoring now?
From a Piano City approach, I'd say we'd have a head count of about 300 to 500.
Hey, hallelujah.
On a good month,
they
get to 700. Because that hall would get fully packed.
Wow.
And some people would just hang out outside making noise.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I'm just so interested in knowing, like, in your leadership of Piano City, how do you handle things? Because to handle 300 people is not a joke.
First of all, say to handle 300 creative, independent minds.
Hey, well, also wamekuja nywele zingine zinakaa sijui.
I've never seen entitled people like
Yeah.
a keyboardist who knows his stuff.
Hey.
You can't tell him how to wear his shirt. It's one of the hardest
buttons
things.
Zinafaa kukua hapa.
Yeah.
Na si hapa.
It's one of the hardest things.
Yeah, sure.
And we've had our own struggles, so we've been learning as we go. But one of the most important things is to not seclude ourselves as leaders and behave like sisi ndio wale wase. We've just mingled. In fact, if you see us in a Piano City forum, you didn't know who the leader is until somebody points out and says, "Oh, umse."
Do.
Yeah.
We know Eugene wa Piano City.
So we have an all-inclusive approach.
Yeah.
So that everybody can have their stake at the table. And I would say the grace that sits on my spiritual father, who's Reverend Julian Kula,
Yes.
has sort of impacted how Piano City has grown.
Yeah.
Before we knew it, in less than a year, we were being invited to other towns to host the workshop.
Wow.
We never invited ourselves to any town.
Yeah.
So every town we got invited. So I've gone to Eldoret, I've gone to Mombasa, not once, not twice.
Sure.
It became a monthly thing also. Eldoret, Nakuru, even Kaimosi.
Going back home.
Yes.
Hey,
I was
so
so happy.
man. You have to give back.
Let me even shock you.
Yeah.
I went to Kaimosi, I thought I'd be talking to 2 people or 3 people.
Yeah.
Based on the locality.
Sure.
Wapi.
Kumeja.
Papa Douglas had done some very serious on-ground marketing. Watu walitoka Webuye, Bungoma, sijui wapi.
Wow.
The hall was packed like this. Hey, I called my papa nikamwambia niaje. So watu wamenikalia hapa nafaa kuongelesha niwaambie nini sasa. Just speak what God has put in your heart. And that was the first time an audience ever gathered an offering to give me. Nikashtuka.
Wanamziki wametoa pesa.
Yeah. Sio wanamziki tu.
Yeah.
Wanamziki Kaimosi. That was shocking.
Yeah. Now we have to wrap up the show, but what are the challenges like you've gone through as Piano City? Are there some challenges that you guys have really gone through?
Number one challenge would be mobilizing funds.
Yeah.
And when you get to a place where we actually got registered,
Yeah.
and we are operating as a corporate,
Yeah.
but getting to a place where you can introduce yourself as an entity that needs support. Our natural culture in Kenya does not consider music as some
Serious
important,
thing,
yes.
Yeah.
So when you ask for support to run an initiative, it seems off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it seems questionable. So that has been one major challenge.
Yeah. Sure.
Another challenge has been just to get musicians to think alike,
Yeah.
because everybody has their own mind and expectation in their own life. And we'd like to get to a point where we can say, we have a society. If you want to get a keyboardist, go through the society. Pay a fee to the society first,
Yeah.
then we can point someone to you. If you have any regrets with anyone we've sent your way, report to us.
Yeah.
And that's a bigger dream, actually. So that at the end of the day, we can manage how people are being misused, being abused. I'm sure you'll hear, or you've heard some stories about how somebody went and played at a gig,
Yeah.
at a church somewhere, and they were never paid.
Sure.
They're so frustrated, they've blacklisted some ministers,
Sure. Yeah.
So how to manage that whole equation? Or some of the requests that I get every day, most times, not every day, but every day as a figure of speech from pastors. Niaje, we are starting a small church.
Tunahitaji mwanamuziki.
Yeah, somebody whose heart is for God.
Yeah.
Somebody who's committed, well-disciplined, good character, well-groomed.
Holy Ghost filled.
Yes, very skilled.
Yeah.
Na hata
Yeah.
tusumbua,
Yeah.
but tutampatia 1,000.
Hey, we have to take a break. I know we shall begin this conversation from there. Should we pay a musician or not? We take a break. See you in our next episode as we explore this topic. God bless you.